So I was just playing. I was playing Solemn Sanctuary again. I have it on my Switch and my PS4, my Vita now, and I thought I would kind of delve into the different weapons and what they can do, because I never did actually get a chance to fully explore that concept beforehand. And I was just recently playing it again on my Switch because it came out on the Switch again, and I saw that there still wasn't a lot of tutorials on the game on YouTube at all. I found a Reddit post kind of exploring the concept of combos with like weapons with magic and whatnot, and it's something I hadn't ever even thought about yet because I'd never bothered to play with magic. I thought I'd finally do that, approach some of the magical aspects of this game, and I never did magical. But first I thought I'd just kind of explore the great swords, axes, great hammers, stuff like that real quick. And one of the more unique weapons, the Jaws of Death, which is a scissor weapon, one of the few that actually exists in the game. And it has a very unique heavy attack. Heavy attacks is triangle. PS4, it's gonna be, let me see here, it's gonna be X on the Switch Pro controller, or it's kind of hard to explain for the Joy-Cons on the Switch, but it would be heavy attack. Whatever you map your heavy attack to on PC. You can just continually mash it to get a large number of attacks out very quickly. Though I wouldn't try doing this against a boss or anything like that. It's not really a combo. It would work better against ads, clearing out a room. Aside from that, its normal light attack leads into the normal follow-ups of a great sword. So light attack followed by heavy attack would leave you kind of in a slow, put the enemy in the air, essentially. It's a launcher. Also gets enemies away from you. But if you continue to do light attacks, you can also bring out the same attack to follow up. It's just an extended version of it. You can alter it however you see fit. Now let's kind of look at the Greatsword, which is just the same exact thing, except for your heavy attack, rather than doing the Jaws of Death. Quick little slices. Excuse me. You'd rather just do a poke real quick. You can follow that up pretty fast. You have the same exact combo. The light into a heavy. Aside from that, there's not really much difference between the two. I thought I'd just go ahead and put my giant hammer here. I won't really be exploring the one-handed attacks of the Greatsword. It's the same exact thing. I can't even equip a shield, I just realized. But yeah, if I were to make it one-handed, pretty much the same stuff, just slower. And the Jaws of Death pretty much follows the same suit. Yeah, there's not even you can't even use the pincer, which is kind of upsetting, because if you didn't know that, you would never know that there's a two-handed heavy attack that's really powerful. In fact, you can actually charge up your light and heavy attacks, in case I never explained that. The same for the Great Sword, same for the Great Hammer. Great Hammer, not much. There's not much here. It's the same exact thing as the Great Sword, except when you do two light attacks into a heavy, it just does another light attack. It's good at knocking back enemies. Now, heavy attack, followed by a heavy attack. There's not really a combo for it. You just do your heavy to get people off of you. If you want to do a lot of damage very quickly against heads that die fast, it's a good way to get them off you. That's pretty much it for Great Hammers. Now, hammers themselves are a bit different. Axes as well. Axes have the same exact attacks as swords, actually. I do believe. So, another thing with axes is that it's kind of similar to the Great Hammer. If you did two light attacks followed by a heavy, it just do another light attack. Now, heavy attack, pretty much standard. You charge it to massive damage, kill an enemy that doesn't see you yet. And if you wanted to jump attack, you can roll. Oh, I forgot how to do this damn thing. It may be hammers only. you can combo like that by doing a light, heavy, and then heavy midair to slam down the opponent you launched into the air, or you can do a couple light attacks and slam down. Let's do it one-handed. Same thing. Heavy into light can be done a little bit faster. Oh, and actually the animation changes. I didn't know that. Interesting. Oh, wow. So if you do a heavy, light, heavy, you'll do another... You'll set up for another attack, but I don't have enough stamina to do it, I don't believe. Yeah. Interesting. That's with axes. Now let's go to hammers. Just use this. I do believe hammers have a rolling attack. Yes, up. It's up heavy attack. You'll do a jumping heavy attack. That's one-handed. I don't know if it works two-handed. It does. So if you wanted to do a heavy attack from a larger distance, kind of a lunge, get you in there, you just do an up heavy attack. Up on the D-pad, that is. Up or the joystick as well. But on keyboard, it would just be the arrow keys. And then your heavy attack, whatever you mapped it to. Let's see here. You can always, of course, charge your regular standing attacks. Just do two light attacks into a heavy. It goes back into another heavy attack. Wow. So this is a light, light, heavy, heavy, heavy. That's a pretty good combo. If you wanted to do a launching attack and follow it up, you can't do that, sadly. But it does a lot of damage for the distance it goes. Not a huge distance, but it helps. That looks like it's pretty much it for all the weapons I wanted to cover in this one. Trinity Greatsword is interesting because it's a great sword, of course, but it's a level 5 one, so you can only dual wield it, which is fine, but its damage is actually lower than the Scharfrichter, which is odd to me. Yeah, 169. Well, this is 7. I think it's 7, this is, like, still less. The Scharfrichter weighs less as well. Anyway, that covers it for this little guide. This is just going to be great swords, great hammers, axes, and that's pretty much it. Alright, see you guys.